Hello everyone. So we will discuss the solution of week 3 assignment 3 of database management system. So starting with the question number 1, in which we have been given the two instances, fruit and vegetables, and we have been given the relational algebra and we have to predict the output. So in the relational algebra, considering the innermost form part, which is telling that which we have to project the fruit prices where the fruit name and the fruit color is equal, so it will return the orange 25 and lime 20. And as we know, using the division operation, here you can see that vegetables divided by, and the price will it that will project is 20 and 25. So division operator, we know that it will project all that, which in which every attribute is associated with it. So in the vegetable column we can see that the pumpkin Mexico orange, it is associated with both 25 and 20 price, so it will come here, and from that we have to project only the vegetable origin. So Mexico will be the answer. So for question number 1, the answer is option A. Now coming to the next question, in which we have been given the two instances, chapter and paragraph, and we have to uh, return the operation, like by doing which we will get the output as the paragraph instance, which consists of the page number and topic, and in page number it has 2 and 3, and topic is SQL and RA. So in this you can see that option A will be the correct answer, because we will project the page number and topic from the chapter. So we will get the following, 1 introduction, 2 SQL, 3 RA, 4 FD, and 3 RD. From that we have to subtract the paragraph. That means whichever is unique in the first part, will project it. So from that we get the 1 introduction, 4 FD, and 3 RD, 3 ERD, and then from we will subtract it from the chapter, so we will get 2 SQL and 3 RA. So for question 2, option A is the correct answer. Now for question 3, we have been given the relational schema photography, which has the attributes photographer, camera, theme, location, and we have to identify the correct tuple relation calculus, which represent the following statement, that we have to display all the photographers who clicked photographs with DSLR camera at Darjeeling. So option B is incorrect, because the less than and greater than operator is not used in tuple relational calculus. It is used in domain relational calculus, and option A will not be the correct answer, because for projection we use the existential quantifier. So we have to select among option C and D, and from C and D, the P, it should belong to the photography, and a T photographer and P photographer should be equal. So for question 3, option D is the correct answer. Now from question 4, we have been given the relational schema broadband, which has the client ID, package type, and monthly rate, and we have to identify the correct domain relational calculus which follows the following SQL query, in which we have been given that we have to select the client ID from broadband, and where package type is cold and monthly rate is less than 1000. So we have to select only the client ID, and here client ID is represented in a short form C, package type in P, and monthly rate in M. So option we have to select only the client ID, but in option B and D we can see that it is returning all the tuples of client CPM. So B and D will not be the answer, and among A and C, C will be the answer, because again, we since we have been using the short form C here, that's why whereas in option A it is written in shortcut in here in the C, and all the full form is written as, so it will not be the correct. So for question 4, option C is the correct answer. Now coming to the next question 5, we have been given the relation cake shop which has owner and the name, and we have to identify the correct relational algebra statement that generates the name of those owners who owns two or more cake shop. So since we have to project the name of those owner who owns two or more cake shops, so the name of the owner should be same, but in option A and option D it is different. See, the pi c1, that is select c1 dot owner, is not equal to c2 dot owner, so it will not be the correct answer. So A and D are eliminated, and from among B and C, we see that the owner name is same, but the shop name, that is c1 dot name, it should be different. So for question 5, option B is the correct answer. Now coming to question 6, we have the relational schema formula book which has page S1 and formula, and an embedded SQL query is written in C as the host language, and we have to identify the correct option for declaring the variables page given and SL given. So um, we know that the begin declare section statement, it marks the beginning of the host variable declare section. So A and D are eliminated, and from B and C we have to select, since the begin declare section already indicates that it is the beginning of the host languages, and so we inside it we do not have to defer the variable name by uh, adding the explicitly the colon. So for question number 6, option B will be the answer. Now coming to the next question, 7th, in which there is a printing company, and we have been given the following details, like the book, and each employees prints multiple book, and a book is printed by multiple employees, and we have to find the correct schema for the prints and books. So for it, option A will be answer, because print it will have the title which uniquely identifies it and the ID employee, and the book will have the title as the primary key. So for question 7, A is the answer. Now for the next question number 8, we have been given the ER relationship ER diagram which has a car owner, and that is a relation owns. So we have to identify the statement which is not true. So option C and D will be the not true, because age is not a composite attribute. Age is a derived attribute, and we know that a derived attribute is one which whose value is dynamic and is derived from another attribute. Like the age is will be derived from the date of birth, and it's dynamic means that the age will change it, like it will depend on the user on which date he is asking the age. So a is not a composite attribute, so it is wrong, and date of birth is not a component attribute. So talking about component attribute, we know that a composite attribute, it is the attribute where the value of that attribute can be further subdivided into meaningful subpart, like the name. Name can be further divided as first name, middle name, last name. So name is the composite attribute, and the first name, middle name, last name are the component attribute. So date of birth is not a component attribute. So for question number 8, Option C and D will be the answer. Now for the question number 9, we have been given the ER diagram, and we have to identify the alternate ER notation for owner. So we can see the owner, it's has a name, address, city, date of birth, and age. And since age is the, as I already told, it is the derived attribute, so it will be represented in dashed oval. And here address is a composite attribute because it can further be divided into city and street, whereas city and street are the component attribute. So for question number 9, option A is the correct answer. Now coming to the last question, question 10th, we have been given the following instances R1 and R2, and we have been given the following relational algebra RA1 and RA2, and we have to identify which of the following is true. So here when we will do the Cartesian product of R1 and R2, we will get the following table, you can see here. And from that relational algebra, RA1 will consist the following tuples and RA2 will consist of the following tuples. So when we will do the intersection, like from RA1 and RA2, which has the following tuples, we will get nothing in common, so it will be 5. So for question 10, option D is the answer. Hope you like the video, and if you have different answer, please comment down in the comment section. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe it. And thanks for watching.